Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Horror Debate. My name is Jeff Rowdy J. Kier, and with me is Michael Mandy.
And this week we're going to be reviewing The Grudge, directed by, I hope I pronounced this right, Takashi Shimizu.
Wow, that's a name, huh? Well, I think he's the same director that did Ju-On, which is basically the original.
The same film.
The same film, just the original version of it in Japanese. And this movie, man,
starring Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Sarah Michelle Gellar, which wasn't really a bad thing in this movie. I thought she played the part pretty well. But this movie is slow.
Yeah, it's you can tell it's not your stereotypical Hollywoodized haunted house movie.
And a lot of it didn't make sense.
Yeah, it starts out and you think you know what's going on, and all of a sudden they don't really flash back. It's more like
kind of like a flash sideways, I call it.
Sideways. Like she'll be standing in the room and hear an answering machine message being left, and then she'll go on and do something else for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden it'll fade to black, and then you'll see another lady leaving the message, and your brain saying, wait, I heard that message before.
Yeah.
Is she leaving the same message twice? No, wait. Okay, she's the one who left the message 10 minutes before. Okay, now I think I know what's going on.
It's kind of like it changes perspectives and doesn't allow the viewer to really know when it's changing perspectives.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
very non-linear.
Very difficult to follow. We put the movie on. I had seen this before one time, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. Now I know why.
It's kind of very slow paced.
No, well, not only is it slow paced. Well, let me start off by saying the first 3 minutes of this movie I thought were absolutely brilliant. It might have even actually been 2 minutes, but the introduction is one of the best introductions to a horror film that I've seen in quite some time.
Oh, well, the funny part is it's I'm not going to spoil anything here. It says in the opening credits one of the stars is Bill Pullman.
Yeah,
might have recognized him, Lone Star from Mel Brooks' Spaceballs, and then all of a sudden 2 seconds later he's dead.
Yeah,
but I didn't spoil nothing for you. Don't worry, he comes back.
No, and it was one of those things where you just knew something was going to happen, and you were just kind of at the edge of your seat. Things weren't looking quite right. Pullman was looking a little weird, and all of a sudden, bam, and but it was kind of out the blue what he did, which I really liked that part about it. But after that, you talk about grinding to a dead halt.
Yeah, when people are talking, they don't talk over each other like people normally talk.
Like we do.
Yeah, like we do. Yeah, they don't talk like this. So, what did you find?
Right.
I found this.
Extraordinarily deliberate.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the best way I can put it.
Yes. And it was just, like I said, slow pace. And not only that, there were a lot of things that were going on, and they didn't answer. I asked you, why is this going on? Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Did I fall asleep and not know it? And you're like, I don't know why she's in a bag.
There's a lot of things not explained. You have to take a lot for granted in this film, and a lot of it just at the end you'll be shaking your head like it just didn't make sense.
Why did they let the old lady live so long in a strange catatonic state?
Right.
When the first instant the guy saw the little kid, all of a sudden, bam, he was dead right away. It's like, well, wait, Grandma's been laying on the floor for the last 5 days.
What cracked me up, you're talking about Grandma, she's in the house for the first time with the realtor, right?
Yes.
They come into the house, and they're looking around, and she finds something strange, obviously, because she's like zoning out.
She just zombified and staring at the corner of the ceiling.
Her eyes are like dollar bills, man. They're just huge, and they're silver dollars, I should say, and she's looking up at the ceiling, and everybody's looking at her like, Grandma, you okay?
Yeah, Grandma, what's the matter? What are you looking at?
And it's like, next thing you know, we'll take the house.
We'll take the house.
Yeah, what the heck, man? Pretty weird, man. If that was me, I would have been out of there. But as far as physically acting the part, I thought the little boy was extremely effective.
Oh, he was creepy, and the visuals. This movie definitely has a lot of good visuals. The weird camera trickery. I think they would edit every fourth frame while the girl was crawling on the floor,
right,
or something to give her that weird jerky feeling. And
go out of focus, come back in, kind of shake,
Like you would see her coming from around the corner, and all of a sudden she'd open a door behind her, and boom, there's the head staring at her coming down. When it came down from the ceiling to the floor, there were a lot of creepy visuals on this.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call them special effects so much as just really creepy visuals. Yeah. And speaking of which, I can't really think of a scene in here that I would really call special effects. It was pretty straightforward.
The shadow rising from the ground on the camera.
Yeah,
That
okay.
was probably
I
a
suppose.
computer.
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, another creepy visual. Though.
Right.
You're staring at a video camera, a security camera, and all of a sudden the lights flicker, and so let you know something's going wrong. You hear the music building up, dun-dun,
Right,
you know,
right.
and all of a sudden you see something, and it's like, oh my goodness, that's a person now. But
Yeah.
it was very creepy.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the kid was excellent. I thought the Japanese lady actor who did the hair character, I'll call her, all made up and incredibly creepy, as you said.
The red bloodshot eyes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
That was
man.
creepy.
And but like I said, I didn't find myself. Well, actually, I didn't say this yet, and I will now. I didn't find myself connected to any of the characters. I didn't care whether they died.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, halfway through the movie, I kind of felt, let's kill them now.
Let's
Let's
go
get it
home.
over with. I mean, 90 minutes of movie and
Well,
probably.
I felt sorry for Sarah. She's cute.
Well, but like I said, 90 minutes of movie and maybe 45 minutes of real like guts there, like story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a lot of filler, in my opinion.
Well, I think also a lot of the backstory, but it really wasn't backstory. Like we said, it was side story.
Yeah.
It wasn't, why the couple was moving to Japan, why they were doing this, why.
Right.
It was just like, okay, now let's go let's watch this thing attack the lady at her job clear across town. We don't know why.
Right.
Why pick on her? She's clear across town.
And
She
how
didn't
did
do
Sarah
nothing.
get such a sincere boyfriend, man? What was happening with that? One of us made the comment, man, that guy's got to be gay or something, man. He
Yeah.
just was way too sincere.
Well, when Sarah's your girlfriend, you want to be on the straight and narrow, man.
Yeah, I guess so. He was really on a straight arrow. Talk about the perfect boyfriend. But, Mike, I don't know, man. I could not attach myself to this film whatsoever, man. I just, like I said, I wanted it to end, and that's too bad
Couple
because.
of creepy visuals. I mean, some of them were pretty creepy.
Yeah, the fingers in the shower thing, and
the hair.
Yeah, but again, I mean, it has to be connected to something. You have to care,
Yeah.
and in this movie, I don't find myself caring whatsoever.
A little more characterization.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, visually, the movie is fantastic. Like we'll go into the technical specs of the DVD real quick. It looks like a 185:1 transfer, extraordinarily clean, except for some noticeable noise in the darker scenes, and I think they probably kind of wanted it that way. I don't think they wanted this particularly.
I know what kind of noise.
Yeah, well, yeah. No. But I'm talking about like video noise. I mean, if you looked in the darker scenes, you could see quite a bit of like video noise. The type of stuff that you would see like on an old VHS tape, And I think they did that. They left it kind of like that grainy for effect in certain scenes.
Okay.
But sound-wise, this movie's fantastic. It's got good surround effects and nice, clear dialogue. This movie is dialogue-driven, so it's very important that that's clear. But it is impressive to look at. But the actual content of the movie, I think a lot of horror fans will be definitely disappointed.
Yeah, because I mean, it can't be the quality of the camera work. I mean, this is a 2005 production.
Right.
And I mean, when you've got Sarah Michelle Gellar hot off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you're not going to be going cheap on the film stock.
Right. Like I said, I think it was for effect. Some of the darker scenes to make them look a little bit more creepy. I think they left some grain, what I'll just call video grain, in the visual. But yay, man! Definitely not a flick that has won me over to this series yet. I know there's a sequel, and we'll review that another time. But
plus, also, aren't there like 4 or 5 of them over in Japan?
I think so. And I have not watched Ju-on the original myself yet. But and after seeing this, I may not. No, but yeah.
Well, I heard that the part that this one was based on isn't the first part of Ju-on. It's like the second or third installment.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why we don't have any of the backstory that we don't understand.
That's very possible. But if they're
Maybe
making this
we
for
missed
American
something.
audiences, they got to give us the backstory.
Yeah.
You've got to care about these characters. I think that's the root of any good horror flick is that you don't want the characters to die. Well, in this movie, I wanted all of them dead immediately. So.
All right, Jeff, how many stars are we giving this?
I want to give it more, but in all honesty, my heart's telling me this is a 2-star flick, Mike.
I've 2 right on there.
Yeah, this is a 2-star flick, and I would recommend if you have nothing else to watch, maybe give this a shot, but you might fall asleep somewhere in the middle.
Or if you find this in the bargain bin at Walmart.
Yeah, it's a good bargain bin flick. Let's put it like that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next week at the Horror.